25 years ago, when I started at Tishman Construction, I mentioned to a male colleague that I would be attending a professional women in construction event that evening. Jokingly, he turned to me and said, "What are the three of you going to talk about?"
In the early 1980s, I met with Lenore and several other women, and we said that we needed to have a network group where women could come together and help in getting into the construction industry.
Calling on architects and engineers in the city, it was very difficult to find a lot of women involved. So I had to seek the organization out and get people involved and find out, where is this PWC? And I finally did find out where they had their meetings. One of my first meetings, which was in a basement. We went to our meetings in a basement.
I joined Professional Women in Construction 20 years ago. Well, it was a bit more difficult. There was more honeys and sweeties when we were discussing a project, and you're always in our hearts. I got ones, and I said, well, I'd rather be working on your project. But that's really improved tremendously, I think.
I was brought up in an era when the words construction and woman did not go together. In 1980, I took the opportunity to open my own woman-owned steel erection firm. And we were building, at that time, government projects, bridges, roads, train stations. It was wonderful. And I wanted to bring that feeling to other women.
I've been a member of the PWC for 20 years. I came in as a novice construction attorney and was immediately greeted by Lenore Janis, who put her arm around me and said, women can do anything they want, can conquer all things, and be everything that they need to be.
And the nice thing is, Lenore opened it up to the men right away, in the beginning. And the men, in joining PWC, realized that women knew what to do.
My name is Gregory Murphy, and I've known Lenore Janis since the beginning. She had this great idea to start this organization, and we've been supporting her for 30 years, and it's a wonderful thing. It's the only organizations for women in construction, and I hope it lasts for 1,000 years. Happy anniversary, PWC.
Wow, I can't believe it's been 30 years. Congratulations to Lenore and Trish. I think about 20 years ago, Lenore came to me and asked me to join the board, and it's been fun ever since.
What I was struck by when I first became involved with the PWC is the vast amount of resources that they provided by way of direction and information and referral. And then they had these magnificent networkings that allowed you to meet people, meet your peers, and meet potential clients in an atmosphere that was both instructive and social.
IBEX has benefited tremendously from being involved with PWC, both from the point of view of getting many talented women to join our company, and as well as being exposed to many clients.
Simplex Grinnell has benefited tremendously from the PWC. Since our involvement, we have got in touch with a lot of general contractors and other members of the PWC, which has helped us achieve greater success. And I strongly recommend new members to join us as a team, and I look forward to another 30 years success to come for the PWC.
5 years ago, I received an invite to a PWC event. 5 years later, I have contracts. I'm excited about being with PWC. They provide the access and the networking that I need for important people to get to know me and my business. I credit PWC and Lenore for most of the success that Armin Corporation has had in New York.
I started attending PWC functions. I found that I got exposure to all the relevant construction companies and all other ancillary type companies that I could work with. And it has done wonders for me, frankly. And so the exposure, the introduction to all these great companies, I couldn't have found a better organization for the type of work that I'm in.
Coming to the events, the networking is tremendous. You meet a lot of contacts and people that really want to do business with you. We're all in a common ground now. It's just a pleasure to go out and call the major architectural and engineering firms and the contractors, and they all know about the PWC, whereas when I first got involved, you said PWC to someone, PricewaterhouseCoopers. They had no idea who you were.
PWC has been successful in our business in growing and developing leaders who happen to be women at the same time. Ever since joining the board of PWC, I've had a chance to work with a wonderful group of men and women, mostly women, who are making a difference in our society.
When PWC reached the tender age of 25, we were contacted by a group of women in the state of Connecticut who said, "We like what you do. We'd like to form a chapter in Connecticut." This was the first time that we ever considered spreading around what it is that we do best.
Happy birthday, PWC. You don't look a day over 29. This is Susan Labus, President of the Connecticut chapter, established in 2005.
PWC has been a wonderful organization for me to be involved in. I found this to be a wonderful platform for me to learn about sitting on a board and being mentored by fellow board members who have always been so supportive and such a pleasure to work with.
My name is Kawisa Kinyara. I'm a licensed professional engineer. I've been a member of PWC for several years, and it has provided me with tremendous opportunities for my business. I've attended the PWC events, I've made friends, and several opportunities to meet new clients and business contacts. I wish PWC a wonderful, happy 30th anniversary, and I look forward to working several more years with the organization.
Today, with 15,000 constituents nationwide, PWC has become a household word in the construction industry.
It's not about being a man or a woman. You have to do the job, and you have to do it well.
I'd like to take this opportunity to wish PWC happy 30th birthday. I hope I'm around for your 40th and 50th. I don't think so. But it has been a wonderful ride. I would never have done this differently, and I wish all the best for all my compadres who have made this a fabulous organization.